Hi, this is Jamel with Recherche Kennels in beautiful Statesville, North Carolina. I am so excited to introduce a stunning English Labradoodle boy we have for sale. This boy we are calling Jordan. He is Mr. Green of Rose and Shiloh's litter. He was born March 12th, so he's graduated master's program. He's enrolled in one of our most popular training programs called Doggy Doctor, which is training till 6 months of age. He's had over 450 hours of training, and we like to list them for sale as old as possible so that we know their personalities and we can show you their training. So there's less guessing. Our slogan here is we take the guess and the stress out of buying a puppy. And so this boy, we know his personality. His Recherche score is 677, 6 being that he's slightly dependent. He likes to be with you, he's friendly, he's social, but he's not needy or clingy. He's the least needy of his litter mates. He's not a puppy that has to be around you. He can handle being self-entertained. He is what we would call content. He loves to be with you, but he just isn't needy or clingy. On the activity score, he is a 7 out of 10. He is outgoing. As you can see, he's not the most outgoing puppy. He wouldn't be able to stay in my lap for long. I was running around playing, so he's a little hot right now, panting. But he does like to play. He does have energy. It's just not out of control. And then he's very confident. If there's a weakness of English Labs and English Labradoodles is that they can be shy and they can be timid. He's actually one of the more confident puppies in his litter, doing extremely well in training. Size-wise, he's one of the smaller boys in his litter. His mom is 66 pounds. His dad is smaller at 47 pounds. He looks bigger than he is. He's actually quite thin, and he's just not thick at all. And so our best guess is he's going to get 45 to 60 pounds. It's always a little bit difficult to nail down their sizes because you don't know if they're going to take after the lab or the poodle, but our best guess is right around there, 45 to 60 pounds. But he is a solid black Labradoodle. He's going to be very similar to a black lab, except he's going to shed much less. Very smart, extremely healthy, and just absolutely stunning. The great thing about the English Labradoodles, they're shorter, stockier, calmer, much calmer, about 1/3 the energy level of a regular Labradoodle, which is why we chose English Labs versus regular American Labs to breed with our poodles. Now he's able to go home after graduating either Doggy Doctorate, which is training till 6 weeks of age, which is September 12th. After that, they're enrolled in our most extensive training program where they go home and they live with a professional trainer that stretches them with their potty training, with their crate training. That's a month-to-month program. He'll turn 7 months of age October 12th and 8 months of age November 12th. Now if you scroll down, you'll see pictures of Rose and Shiloh. If you click on those pictures, a video is going to pop up where we summarize each of the parents. There's 2 things that make us different from any other Labradoodle or Doodle breeder in the world. The first thing is that we only breed dogs that have all of their health clearances that come from generations of health clearances. In fact, Rose is imported in from Europe and comes from generations of show champions herself. The second thing is that we sell only trained puppies. That's the biggest difference. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to summarize the Puppy Training Institute, and I'm going to show off Jordan in training. And by the way, if you don't like that name, you can change it. We just started calling him that. When they get to a certain age, we don't want to keep calling him boy, puppy, Mr. Green. And but if you don't like that name, you can change it. I'm going to show him off, and then I'll come back and let you know what you need to do to reserve him. Our Puppy Training Institute has 4 core areas. There's a couple areas that are very visible that we're going to show you on camera with the puppy that's for sale. Some of the areas are a little bit more difficult, but the one area that's very visible to show is outside training, and the big part of that is leash training. Puppies love the pull, love the tug, love to cut in front of you, and so we train them to walk on our left side. We train them that when we stop walking, they do what's called an auto sit. That's where they automatically sit without being told, without having any hand signals. They automatically sit. That builds respect and focus on you. A couple other areas in outside training, it's a little bit harder to show, is car training, and then also swim training when the weather's warmer. The second area that's very visible is obedience training. All of our trainers are certified dog trainers that's been training dogs for years. They know what they're doing. They're all certified. They all can do Canine Good Citizen. They're all very good trainers, and we work on the obedience commands of sit, down, stay, come, place, kennel, and they are trained extensively in all these areas. Now we have 3 different communication tools we use with the puppies. We use hand signals, we use words, and then we use the training lead that we will provide you. And so as they get older, they get better and better. They can hold their stay longer, they can hold their place longer, they can hold their kennel longer. They can do it with both hand signals and words only, and so they get better and better. The place is when they jump up on the Kuranda cot. You will definitely want to buy a Kuranda cot because that allows the transition for our training to go to you. It's a wonderful command. When we say kennel, they go into their kennel on their own volition. We typically keep the door open, especially as they get older. And we train them. They cannot leave the kennel or really any other door until they are released. The two other areas that's a little bit more difficult that we're going to show you just generic dogs going through this. The one area is house training. We actually spend more time in house training than all the other areas combined. That's about 2/3 of the training. And this is where we work on the most important area of potty training. Of course, we're training them not to use the restroom inside and the signal eventually to go outside. A puppy at 12 weeks of age can typically hold the restroom about 1 hour during the day, whereas a puppy at 6 months can do 4 hours. The same thing is with crate training. We train them to sleep at night in their crate, eat in their crate. And a 12-week-old can typically sleep around 4 to 5 hours without having to be let out. And a 6-month-old, it's 6 to 10 hours. So obviously the longer they're in training, the longer they can be crate trained. We also, though, while they're in house training, we train them not to jump up on us, not to chew things in the house, not to bite our hands. It's very extensive. And then the last area is socialization training. Many people worry about getting a trained or older puppy is that they won't bond. Well, because of our socialization program, our puppies bond very quickly. In fact, we've never had a client complain about that. And so in our socialization, we're training them not to be afraid of thunderstorms. We're training them not to be afraid of the hair dryer, of the blow dryer, of a vacuum cleaner. We have a TV in our puppy training area, in our house training area, where we're socializing them. They go on field trips when they get older. We work extensively on them being handled. We have 20 plus people that work for us, so these puppies are handled by multiple people and they're socialized extensively. That is our Puppy Training Institute. Now, if you're interested in this puppy, read through this entire page. If you scroll to the bottom, you'll see pictures that we just took. Right above the pictures are the prices for each training level. Now, some people do have a hard time finding the prices, so in this video, we're going to show you where prices are found on a typical page. But the prices you see in this video may not be this exact puppy. You do need to look at their page. And then right below this video is a link that says, click here to fill out puppy application. Click on the link, fill it out. We will respond to you within 24 hours. Thank you so much for taking time to watch this video of Jordan. Again, this is Mr. Green of Rose and Shiloh's Litter. Thank you so much, and God bless.